The crew worldwide, from Cali to Twitter, real hardcore fans, boxing ass niggas, consistency cops, police the views, we'll pull up receipts for any debate you choose. Shout outs to Clanarchy for the dope production. Ring gang stay with the best discussions.
Ring gang radio.
Yeah, what's good, yo? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where as always, the shit's real, we talk about it. I'm your host for tonight, Patscorpio, the New England representative. And as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, what it do? LB, Lauderdale boss, Shutterworth da Gawd, GOAT artist, Soul Wars creator, Ring Gang Radio.com.
Yes, sir. Ring Gang in the motherfucking house. And then also, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
What up, yo? Live from the bodega. You already know. It's your boy King P. Bodega Boxing. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Straight from the sewers, Bodega P. That's what it is, man. So yeah, you know, next weekend we also have a fairly loaded weekend of boxing. Not on the level of maybe last weekend, but nonetheless, you know, we have options this weekend.
Yeah, we can't be spoiled every week, unfortunately.
I know, right? Yeah. Maybe not all the options are palatable, but you know, it's boxing. You know, boxing niggas do what boxing niggas do. We watch it.
Taco Bell, Chick-fil-A, and Burger King to choose from. Like, but they all the same, ain't it? Like, yeah, I mean, one's a little better than the rest, and then they all the same.
Facts. Yeah, so one of the cards that, you know, that's like, you know, it's palatable, you know, it's watchable, but most likely will probably get drowned out by what will probably be the main card of the week, which we'll talk about in a little bit, is the offering from PBC. Yes.
Damn,
PBC.
two back-to-back PBC previews? Like, damn.
I know, right? You know, the PBC matchmaker must be, like, incredibly busy, you know. Should be doing all this stuff, man. Yeah, PBC has an offering. I am as shocked as everyone else.
I mean, still weak compared to everything else, you know.
Facts, you know. But yeah,
I'll allow it.
But I mean, this card is in Maryland, and it will be airing on Fox Sports 1 or FS1.
So hold on, who's in the main event that's from Maryland?
Not one person.
Oh my God!
There goes that PBC optics again. Let's put some randoms in the middle of nowhere who don't belong and have them fight.
Really, there's only one person on the card that's from the area, but he's like on the undercard. You know, and that is one of the brothers.
Undercard. Well, yeah, that's not enough.
Yeah, and that's the younger brother of the GOAT featherweight champion Gary Russell Jr., Gary Antoine Russell. You know, he's on there. He's from the area, but he's in the undercard.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. It's like PBC again. Like, y'all be missing these opportunities. Like Castaño and Omotoso. Like.
Yeah, and thank you, Obi. Yes, that is the main event for this card. You know, 10 rounds, junior middleweights. Why is it 10 rounds? Why are the niggas fighting 12 rounds? Oh, it's because it's probably not an eliminator or anything like that.
Yeah,
you know?
That's it. Like, fuck.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm cool with 10 rounds if the fight is good. And every fight ain't got to be 12 rounds.
Yeah, you know, I guess it's just sometimes I don't think 12 rounds is enough. I mean, I know I've mentioned before. We should go back to 15 rounds. You know, separate the men from the boys. You know,
yeah,
that's
actually happening. Not with all the deaths and everything, and people not used to it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, like
I'd rather a 13th round. I think is a better. You know, maybe that would cut down the draws, but motherfuckers will still have draws if you have a 13th round.
Yeah, well, 15th round, they'll probably drop before they have a draw. If you have a 15th round draw, that means you earned that. That's a legit draw. You earned that shit.
But that's just too many rounds. It's like, I don't see that being realistic. Like, I almost feel like if a fight's a draw, like, they should go into a sudden death. Like, okay, round 13. Who win this round? You know the type of level fights we would get if you had to let it all hang in one last round.
Yeah, I agree too. I mean, I agree. For the 13th round would be, would be nice, but we gotta get.
Unless you have extra judges, you gotta judge like how they was doing. I think the World Boxing Series with the.
Yeah, they do it with the extra judge and shit, but that's a little complicated
all the time.
Maybe though, but I think it's a little convoluted. At first, I just rather fight them more rounds until they eventually drop. But that's just
you doing some savage shit. Like what the fuck? That's not realistic. Like this ain't Spartacus.
I'm not saying 20 rounds. I'm not saying like
you might as well be asking for that. Next, this nigga Pat is gonna be campaigning again for weigh-in on the days of the fight.
Yeah, like Pat just wanna take over. Like, dude, like I'm compromising. Like, you know what I mean? Like, give me the fights I wanna see when I wanna see them, and it ain't gotta be 15 rounds. Get some good fucking judges and some scoring, and you don't need a 13th round.
Honestly, real talk, fuck all that 10 round shit. Like, I don't know. Like, a round used to be 12 rounds. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah, but because 10 rounds to me is like.
Nah, when you get a trash ass fight, you gonna be wishing it was 10 rounds. I'm good with the 10. You can make a classic fight in 10 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, because we got that damn heavyweight fight from last weekend. That went on and on. Like,
imagine if that was 12 rounds.
I mean, that shit was on and on like an Erykah Badu song.
But those are like if you're like a higher level guy, if you've been like fucking like it should be like when you get like when you start out as a pro, you start out like 4 rounds and then 6 rounds and then make your way up. Once you're a 12-round fighter, you should stay a 12-round fighter. The fuck.
Right, and Castaño in this particular case, I mean, he's actually held a regular version of the 150, whatever the fuck he's, WBA is doing. He's held a version of that. He's fought 12-round fights before. I agree with you. Like, I thought that should be a 12-round fight.
But if it's not eliminated, nothing special about it. I don't get why it has to be 12 rounds. Like, it's not like if it was one of those. Shit, Robert Easter Granados, that should have been 12. How good a fight that was.
Well, I mean that's me in hindsight, bro.
Yeah, but even then, I'm cool with that fight.
For me, that's not even in hindsight. Once I hear 10-round fight, I'm like, fuck this.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll just have to be the odd man out on this one. I'm cool with the 10 round, because I look at it like, hey, if we get a boring fight, then hey, you're going to be begging for that 10 rounds. If it's a good fight, then it's like, okay, maybe this might end early. They keep at it. Like, okay, so.
Yeah, I mean, that's the case, and maybe in this fight, does have the makers. It might become something. I mean, Castaño is last time out, he fought that draw with Law in a fairly entertaining fight.
Yeah.
It was a split decision draw, so and this was for that secondary belt that he had, but I think he had since given it up, for some odd reason. And he find himself in the main event with Wale Omotoso, who came off knocking out a very faded Curtis Stevens, who decided to foolishly go down to 154 after.
Yeah, I can't say. Faded. Yeah, but once the bigger man coming down, it's like that was a crossroads fight. Like I ain't gonna take away from Omotoso victory on that one. Like,
I mean, if it was like, Curtis Stevens is as a performer.
Because remember, Wale had to move up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because he wasn't getting the type of fights that. I mean, he lost a couple of fights. I should say he wasn't.
Yeah, he's been getting the fights. He just can't win them. Like, they'll be close, or African Granados. I mean, maybe.
Yeah, he should have beaten fucking Jesse Vargas. Fuck Vargas.
Yes, he should have.
Yeah, he should have. For sure.
Jesse Vargas be staying around, man. Like, his name mentioned for possible fights for everybody. Like, what about Crawford? Jesse Vargas. What about this guy? Jesse Vargas. Damn, like.
Yeah,
that's the new drinking game.
I would have never thought Jesse Vargas would have actually been in that position where he's like, he's like a highly attractive opponent for like every motherfucker from 140 to 154. I would never see that. Never thought I'd actually see that fucking day.
Yeah, he's like the generic rapper that manages to get features with everybody. Like, how the fuck is this guy?
He got more talent than French Montana.
I was about to say that.
I was like, hold on, like Jesse Vargas is like better than the bare minimum, like. Like French Montana, like I swear that's who you pretty much described.
No, French isn't even generic. He's just trash, but that's another story. But
yeah, true.
Damn, people probably listen to this like, damn, these niggas all over the place.
But yeah, Castaño and Omotoso pretty much. I mean, this I would say this has a feel of a crossroads fight. Well, I would say for Omotoso, this is like another shot at
definitely.
For him, it's a big shot. I mean, Omotoso, for his credit, is he's not faded or anything like that. Like I said just before, he's just had a hard time winning the fight until this Curtis Stevens fight. So he's in a role right now where a victory over Castaño will probably may actually lead to some sort of title shot.
Hell yeah, that would be a big win. Like,
that would be a very big win.
Yeah, like there's people now at 154 don't have a win like that.
Facts. And yeah, I mean, yeah, Omotoso, like I said, I mean, he's been there with a lot. I mean, Freddie Hernandez, Jamal James, Sammy Vasquez, so a couple of the BC level, and then of course the aforementioned Jesse Vargas. He's been there. Yeah, and I know like he's in this like he's 33, 34 or whatever. So the time to make moves for him is now. And like I say, he's a fairly hard puncher. I mean, 22 knockouts and 28 wins. So he may have something for Castaño. Castaño, of course, like I said, Castaño to me, I mean, he's a decent fighter. I mean, LB I think is higher on him than I am.
I'm higher on him than you are. I definitely know I'm high.
Because he drew a law. That's why.
No.
I mean, we was telling you it was gonna be a good fight before that.
Yeah. I did say due to skill.
I thought
okay, yeah. I'm not gonna say all that, and I didn't think that, but that's a whole other story. We're not gonna get into that.
Yeah, hold on. For the record, King P wasn't a ring gang yet when that first fight happened. So, yeah, but we know he respect Castaño and he's aware of his skills and everything. So,
and dude is an underrated puncher. Like, I wouldn't surprise me if he's. I don't want to say if he stopped Wale, but it wouldn't surprise me, honestly. He can punch.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, I actually think this will probably be a good little slugfest for PBC. And like I said, it could have implications. Omotoso wins, he probably gets a title shot. If Castaño wins, he probably gets another main event role. With probably like a Trout or something like that. Something like that to build him up to eventually a title shot. Something like that. That's fucked up how that actually works. Sometimes. But yeah, no, I mean, like I said, it's definitely a decent fight or whatever. It's just unfortunate where it's on the date it's scheduled. That's probably not gonna get a whole lot of attention. Because of aforementioned fight that will be happening on the Zone, and
I can't. He makes it a point to say it like that. It cracks me up every time.
The Zone.
And I mean, at least it has a good support in co-main. It's a decent one. Javier Fortuna. Did he fight again after he had that quote unquote concussion from the Granados fight?
I don't think he did he? I don't remember him fighting again.
Yeah, all those I was quite disappointed that he decided to bang his head on the apron and didn't want to continue. I was quite upset about that. I wanted him to get up and fight, but that's just me.
That was a decent fight with Granados. Like, he was making Granados look bad.
Yeah. It was a shame that it ended early in the no contest. But he has another chance to redeem himself by facing Jesus Quasar, who I think the last time I saw him, he was getting knocked out by Tank. I think that might have been the last time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of
Yeah,
those
so-
tank exhibition matches.
Yeah, I mean, and that fight is what we call the typical PBC CTE bout. You know, it's it's low key despicable to have fights like they're having fights like this, but for some reason the fights that they've been having this year were all on point and entertaining as fuck for some reason. I mean, shit. I mean, we all thought Quillen and Gula was gonna be some trash, and it was disturbing to watch but entertaining. It ended up disturbing to watch but entertaining. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, there could be something there. So, I mean, like I said, the card it makes for good TV. FS1. I mean, it's not that they're not putting it on Fox, thank God. You know, so at least you know.
I mean, the shit they put on Fox don't be any better, really. So.
No, yeah, and we've been saying that all throughout the year. Like the PBC cards at FS1 at times have been a lot better. Like the best fights on PBC have been on FS1 for this year. The majority of them.
That's because all the best box fights have been on damn pay-per-view. The fuck?
Yeah, that's the biggest finesse. Like the whole, we're gonna give you quality big fights, you know, for free. We're bringing boxing back on free TV. Yeah. Turn around, them niggas did that shit for a couple years. And they stretched out every major fight. Yeah. Put people on the sidelines until they finally kind of did away with it. Like they kind of teased you with Thurman's comeback, and they're like, "Yeah, okay, I guess, you know, he's a big name, but you know, we could put him on regular Fox." And then that was it. If Jared Hurd had a bigger name, that fight with him and J-Rock probably wouldn't have been on Fox.
Yeah.
But it was like, you know, let's throw them a bone because, you know, he's real good with the hardcores. You know, he got momentum and shit. So I see what they doing.
Yeah. I mean, I big question out. I was like, yeah, like these niggas shouldn't be like, these niggas are not doing what they said they were gonna be doing. Like it's some horseshit. But like I said, you can't tell some people about PBC because you know you start getting called a whole bunch of racial epithets and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah, and it's bullshit, bruh.
Yeah, it's absolute bullshit. You know, but you know. That's what happens though when you allow talking heads to talk about the sport, you know.
And people who don't respect boxing, people who ain't never threw a fucking jab, been to a gym, ain't paying no fucking dues, never recorded a fight on VHS, none of that shit. Niggas be running their fuck box about some goddamn boxing and hear all that shit.
Yeah, you know, yeah.
Take your dusty ass to a fucking gym. Damn. That's a problem now because you got a good amount of these casual fans. They want to pick apart and pick and choose what fighters they want to talk about, but they want to come across as they represent the sport. How you represent the sport if you only talk about PBC fighters, you only talk about black fighters, and then y'all get mad when the media fan pump up white fighters when y'all do the same shit. Like talk about everybody, like.
Yeah, exactly.
About Golovkin with that shit, and now y'all trying to reevaluate his whole career. Y'all bitched and moaned about Lomachenko when Crawford was getting the same love he was getting. Ain't fought less people.
It's one thing about Lomachenko.
Crawford got better competition than Lomachenko?
No. But as much love. Listen, I've told Pat this.
But he ain't fight nobody. How much more love you gonna get?
But the Crawford love really didn't even start until he went to Top Rank, and Top Rank kind of like, because I remember when Crawford was fighting for Top Rank, they was the same dudes that was on his dick now was shitting on him. I didn't forget how HBO split real quick.
Yeah, no, yeah. For Crawford, Crawford wasn't really popping like that until the Gamboa fight, because that was like the fight that because it was exciting as fuck, man. Even myself, Crawford was kind of ho-hum to me.
Yo, did hype him up the Prescott fight. He was like supposed to be the new next dude. Like he got that respect. Like I don't know what it is. Like people be wanting you to damn go overboard with this shit. Like
because even during the Prescott because fucking Lampley was still making like snide remarks with Crawford. Like he was like at that point he was like halfway there but halfway not there. Like he didn't know whether to get behind him or shit on him because they was.
But that's the first fight. That was the first fight on the network. Like you can't really determine off the first fight. like that's just nitpicking now. Like,
no, but they didn't do that with Loma. First fight in his first fight as a pro, they was already on their high horse. Like
yeah, okay, hold on. So Bud had 2 gold medals.
Rigondeaux did it, and they didn't praise him like they praised Loma.
No, they did. And the funny thing is,
but
too,
okay, hold on. So Rigondeaux don't be boring motherfuckers asleep in most of his fights.
When he first came up, he wasn't boring.
Or the important ones. Let's switch that. You know, because he's had some good performances, but let's not act like he didn't shit the bed on certain fights where we expected more from dude.
I won't argue that.
All of this is the case by case basis. Like Crawford got mad love. He got mad promotion. It just motherfuckers just they upset that his career ain't take off to where he a superstar. But whose fault is that if your best opponent is Postal?
Listen, I think that for me, and this is just my opinion, I feel like it's different because it's a matter of it's right, a case by case basis, but it's almost like they already determined what they were gonna do with these fighters, and then they switched plans when a guy like Crawford made them. Like he made them believers. He didn't like a guy like Roma didn't have to. They was already hyping him.
Cause he had the gold medals, nigga. Like, come on, like you look if he had the same. Like you can't compare Crawford and Lomachenko with that. Like Lomachenko had way more juice coming into the pros than Crawford had. Just like Broner ain't got no juice like that either.
Yeah, no, I mean Crawford was under the radar. I mean Lomachenko at least also did that, and he also had the World Series of boxing shit too.
Yeah, it's like y'all can't make that comparison. Like.
But me, I wasn't fooled by no damn Lomachenko. But immediately I was like, nah, get this nigga out of here. You know, I was OG on that.
But my thing is like, and you even said this, because I'll put you on it, because you said, like especially with amateurs, like you're not impressed with like a Robesi Ramirez that came in with a gold medal. It's like,
yeah, but look how he fought though. Like my assumption was correct though.
And he also did the world. And the funny thing is, he also did World Series boxing too. And he comes in and like, bam, he gets.
None of these dudes looked as good as a Lomachenko. Like, let's be honest. Like the Roby Ramirez, get the fuck out of here. Like, really?
No, my point is, like a guy like Lomachenko was hyped before the bell even rang, before the first bell even rang. Like, we didn't even give him
two-time gold medalist.
But how did we know that was going to translate to the pros? Like,
we didn't know. Everybody just hyped it up. Like, we trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much like, Rigo had 2 gold medals. Lomachenko had 2 gold medals. Robesi Ramirez, 2 of them actually panned out as pros. One of them is questionable. Like, like I said, gold medals doesn't necessarily mean it's a good indicator of pro success. That's right. How it goes.
But if you get 2, of course people are going to give you a little more hype than somebody who ain't get 1. Like, come on,
and like I said,
can't do that. Like,
Crawford had a little bit of a harder road to get to where he is. Like, and I respect it because he grinded, but like I said, it's just like
he grinded. He got to a level, but he was supposed to make us bigger believers.
Basically, the unfortunate thing is, he didn't get the PBC, work. Like, if I'm taking it back to PBC. Like, if Crawford signed the PBC, niggas wouldn't be saying anything about this. They'll be like, oh yeah, Crawford, it's like, Crawford is number 1, but because he's not signed to PBC, that's when I think that's where a lot of the downplaying of Crawford has come as yeah.
But he don't make it easy for himself with these these fights he took. This whole year was a waste for Crawford. I'm gonna keep him top 3 pound for pound or number 1. when the best win you had is damn Amir Khan, a guy who went life and death with Samuel Vargas. Like, really? Like,
like I said,
And people,
I mean,
he's not. Oh, he don't get the same love Lomachenko get. Oh, yeah, really, yeah. I see why.
I mean, like I said, I mean, Crawford and like I said, and, I mean, the criticisms about Crawford are no different than criticisms I have for a lot of PBC fighters, and how they moved. I mean, it's all the same. Really to me.
Yeah.
Just like I said,
PBC
just
one worse because you got all the pieces in place, and then you just not matching them up with Crawford. It's a little tricky because he doesn't have as many pieces around him, but
yeah.
He can still do something about it. Be a Mando for one of the belts over at PBC. Do something, bro. Like,
yeah,
he had 3 divisions to do this shit. like, come on, like. Oh, my bad. It's my fault. Golovkin got talked about you more than Crawford.
But I don't have an issue with Golovkin being talked about as much because Golovkin.
Oh no, not you. I'm just saying in general because a lot of people have an issue with that.
But they shouldn't in that instance because Golovkin at least grinded to get to where he was. Like you can't get mad at a dude that grind. Like he didn't. Yeah, I can understand some of the criticisms, but he actually paid his dues. Like I don't know.
Yeah, there's people right now who would be like, "Fuck out of here! He ain't paid his dues for shit. What are you talking about?"
Yeah, exactly.
It's just the people with the worst opinions be to have the loudest fucking voice in this boxing shit. That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing. Like it's the majority voice. Like it permeates a lot of boxing media today. Even like I said, even talk about certain fights, like of course, like this PBC card or whatever, is just like,
You think about it, like how much have we actually talked about the matchup itself in this whole segment of this damn fight?
Yeah,
we've been talking for like what over 20 minutes, and we probably talked 15 minutes about the fight itself. It's been about surrounding it.
Exactly.
And that's the problem with this shit, man. Like, y'all having too much shit surrounded. It's not focused on the damn fights. Y'all taking too long to make the right fights.
Yeah, and then niggas niggas get mad at me when I talk about, like, I mean, I pay attention to PBC thoroughly from the lower cards to the main cards. So when niggas start to get mad at me and talk about, when I start trashing PBC, I'm like, have you watched these cards? I can rattle off all these cards. What was on them? Can you? No, because it's not a pay-per-view card. Exactly. So, yeah. Let me get Pete back up in here, man. All right. Yeah. Sorry, Pete.
It's the Stan Olympics in boxing, man. Everybody's like, oh well, I'm from the hood, so I got me a little YouTube channel. I'm gonna talk about all the PBC black boxers. Yeah.
Funny thing is too is like, I don't see too many people even talking about this card. Like we're actually talking about, because the
nerve.
Yeah. It's actually a decent card for PBC.
Because these people ain't boxing fans, man.
Because I know I'm not gonna say that they're not boxing fans. I won't say that.
They're not real boxing fans.
Well, what I want to say is that from what I fucks with PBC. I have nothing against PBC. I actually kind of defend them sometimes, but I think that their fan base, their PBC fan base, are very hype beast like. So of course they're not. And PBC has all the big name guys, so they're gonna talk about the big name guys. They're hype.
Yeah, this under the radar.
Yeah.
But if you a real boxing fan, you know this a quality, this a decent matchup. So why not talk about it? Like why talk about what the fuck Wilder's doing when that fight isn't until some weeks from now?
Right.
Like why talk about any other people? Why talk about Errol Spence when he has nothing going on? There's nothing really to talk about with Hurd and J-Rock, Charlos. I mean,
yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like PBC, like if you're gonna be a fan of PBC, you should be a fan of PBC from top to bottom. That's the thing. That's the one thing. Like, I mean, it's cool that Wilder and them they're gonna be fighting soon. But you have PBC, people on PBC that there are other PBC fighters that have potential now worth talking to. Like there wasn't a whole lot of attention last week with the Easter Granados card like that. And it's like, you know, I mean, if you're gonna be standing hardcore on this, stand it to the best of your abilities. Know the fucking product. You know what I mean?
They don't know the product. They just on some hype beat shit, like P said, and they just gravitate toward the bigger names and they focus on that. So when you talk about PBC and you criticize it and not even on no hating shit, just real constructive criticism, they internalize that and look at it like, oh, he must be talking about all the big name guys. No, it's a whole other company besides that. Like, you know, we're talking about how you have people inactive for years or months.
Right, exactly.
Why y'all marquee names fighting once a year? Why Danny Garcia only fought one time?
Right.
Especially off of having a big performance on a knockout on a guy who never been knocked out before. Like, y'all, like, PBC kills momentum so hard, like...
Yeah, and then like I said, if you
time.
mention this, is like, you know, you get called a whole bunch of racial slurs and whatnot, especially, you know, or, you know, you're not down with your people, or, you know, a whole bunch of other, yeah,
it's bullshit, man. It's low hanging fruit, you know.
Yeah,
they try to make it on some racial shit. Look, if it's racial, then yeah, I'm gonna say it all rip. But me being a fan of somebody don't matter. Like race ain't got nothing to do with it. Like I'm a boxing fan.
Exactly, and this is, and like I said, so for PPC supporters, like if you're a PPC supporter, you should support these FS1 cards. You should be as hyped, or at least you should be able to talk about it as you do with the big cards. It's not good being, you know, you can't be just no fanboys on this shit. Like, you know, don't half step like Big Daddy Can said. You know, just, you know, if you're gonna be PPC, if you're gonna be hardcore about it, watch the damn fight and actually talk about it. Yeah, exactly. You know. And you know, of course, it's kind of crazy too that this card is how we're calling out these type of people in boxing.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, we did this like a limited edition event. I was like, damn, these niggas defending PBC. They going at the PBC fans, telling them to support. Like, shit, like what's going on? Like,
yeah, sometimes it's just born out of pure inspiration, man. Sometimes you know,
and we fans of the sport, like real.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we almost could make a checklist. Like, you're not a real boxing fan if you never seen a fight that was in another language besides one that you speak. If you never seen a fucking fight and it's in Japanese or they speak in Portuguese or whatever the fuck, I can't say you a real boxing fan.
Yes. And hell, you can even if it's British English, because that's damn near a different language too.
Oh man, but I give you a pass. I give them a pass on that. Like, yeah, you'll fuck with that damn Sky Sports stream or whatever the hell, if that's the best you could get. But some people, I've seen people straight turn the computer down when you know, damn, the best stream is in Russian.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's. Damn, you ain't got a better stream for this Japanese fight that's in Tokyo and everybody speaking Japanese. Like, you spoiled fuck, you better watch that shit and be hype. And a lot of other countries, they be making the fights even better because they so excited about it. Like, they get, you know, you see fights in America, you know, some of them, it's like, man, so he gave the guy a concussion. Oh, wow. Oh, he knocked him through the ropes. Oh, he did a rocket uppercut. Overhand right.
That's because it's a secondary sport over here, whereas in other sports like the UK, it's a main sport.
But even then, they got soccer. I don't get that. You just got the Americans just be on some other shit. Motherfuckers be at a basketball game, fucking front row on the phone, like,
yeah,
throw a fucking boot at your ass, like, nigga.
Yeah,
you see them in the boxing event, same shit, like. It's like niggas don't appreciate shit like that. I don't know, man.
Yeah. I mean, but LB, we're like dinosaurs in this generation, man. Not a lot of this shit doesn't make a whole bunch of sense, or it doesn't have a lot of rhyme or reason to it, bro. It's just like, you know, niggas are like, you gotta adjust to it. I'm like, nah, I think I'm gonna keep how I absorb boxing, how I take in boxing, just the way it is.
Yeah. Pure, unfiltered. Unbastardized boxing. And,
exactly.
You know, with that, I ain't really got nothing else to say about this card, man. I just hope it's decent. That's it.
Yeah, and
no one get hurt. Like, seriously.
Of course, and I just PPC fanboys, like, you know, you should talk about this more. Like I said, I mean, because PPC is going to put out more of these FS1 cards. You know, it would be nice, especially if you're in the media, to actually talk about them. Since you want to be so gung ho about it, you know, PPC and Al Heyman and all that stuff. You know, just talk about.
You talk about everybody, like everybody. Like, it don't matter. You talk about fucking Roby Ramirez,
all that. You know,
everybody. You know, Lomachenko fights, Haney, Stevenson, everybody. Like,
because boxing grows if you actually talk about other people other than the stars.
We want to see the sport grow, not just I really want the fighters in Ukraine to grow. You know, I really want the fighters in Haiti to grow. Like, no, everybody, but shit.
Yeah.
I know this pick and choose. Like, come on.
Yes, but and as I mentioned before in the podcast, this card will most likely be outshadowed by